Hey guys, welcome to the next episode in the All-Regen Liverpool series, and we are lining up now against Birmingham once again at home. Now, I just want to go over a few things. I said I was going to show you the goal Dan Little scored against Sunderland last time, and I didn't, so I'll show you that in a second. I do that all the time, where I'll say I'll do things, and then I just don't. So I apologise for that. I just want to show you very quickly that just caught my eye. Jamie Hay, for those who've been watching well, since the start really of this sort of update series, may remember him, former player. I remember him when he was very young. He's now 33. He's been a bit of a journeyman. He started off at Celtic. We then bought him in 2012. I mean that's like pretty much just after the first series ended way back in like December. And then he spent quite some time actually, like seven or 8 years. So yeah, about 8 years here at Liverpool. And then he went back to Celtic for a bit, then went to Dundee, then back to Celtic again, then to Leicester, Wigan, and then he's found a home at Birmingham where he's been now for 5 years. So yeah, just before we get on to that, I just want to show this, in case you didn't see this last episode, we had a 1-1 draw against Sunderland, and Dan Little, of course, who made his debut, gave away the penalty, but he also made up for his error, I suppose, with this goal. Now, I've got to put this... Oh, bugger. Done it again. Hang on. I can't match. I keep pauses up there. Like that. Hang on. There it is. Okay, it's going to have to load this again, so hang on. Let's do TV. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure, people comment saying you forgot to show it, so sorry if I did. Why are you showing me the races? Don't show me the race. There we go. Don't know why it's done that. Anyway, yeah, come on. Basically, I'm just going to, if you can see here, I'm going to slow this one right down. Watch this for a finish. Okay, it's not going to slow down. Look at that. Look at his position. Look at that little flick. I'll do it again. Show you it again. Boom. Little cheeky little flick. Let's do it again. One more. Bang. Brilliant finish. I don't think the game highlighted it, but I was very impressed. So, yeah, there you go. Let's play the Birmingham game then. And yeah, it's done all that. As I expect to win. Also, I also nearly forgot to show you. You may have saw there, before I start this, you need to do updates, don't I? Nothing's changed. Against Anderlecht, we won, so we are 9 out of 9. Or 3 out of 3 rather, in this group, and we do look set to go through pretty easily with Dortmund and Valencia trailing in our wake, and Anderlecht who have yet to get off the mark. Renato Novello scoring a hat-trick inside the first half. They actually, they did draw level to 1-1, but they never, we were banging on the door and I thought it's going to be one of those days, but never mind. Joe Jackson also came off the bench, I think. Oh no, sorry, he started and he got his goal, but Novello with a hat-trick, so well done to him. So here we go then, against Birmingham. Let's see how we do this time. And Franco Caratazzolo nearly getting off the marks. So I don't know if it just came up there. I've got I've suddenly started getting into betting. I don't know. It's terrible. I really shouldn't be getting into all this type of thing, and I wouldn't recommend it. Let's keep Jackson on for now. I wouldn't recommend getting into it, but I've just started. And I started doing yesterday. I started doing some horse racing, and I won 20 quid off it, and I was like, it's all right. So yeah, strange. Anyway, here's David Brown, and Castillo puts us 1-0 up against Birmingham. Jason Forbes is off the field, but never mind. They're all going to go over there and hope him for the better. Let's hope. Also, as you can see, Jackson is also slightly injured. Never mind, though. We are in the lead, and that's all that matters for now. Might have to take him off at half time. Of course, we have a game against Manchester City coming up next week. It is a week away, so it's quite, not to worry about as such with injuries. If or fatigue or whatever, but it's always not worth it, risking them in a slightly smaller game. No disrespect to Birmingham, of course, but let's be honest, it's against Manchester City, and it nearly breaks for Castillo again. Broke from Brown's tackle to Castillo last time. And it's Jackson. He's getting better, Jackson. He's getting himself around the field. He's still a little bit hesitant last year, but he looked confident now. Look, he's blended into the team, I think. Hopefully, you can never tell. Oof, Maya going to goal now. I found a funny thing. We've got, I think it's Maya or Maya. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm going to say Maya just for the simplicity here. I found that guy's name was say the regen is called Florian Meyer. I found out there is actually a real person. I can't remember. I think he's a boxer. I think he's a boxer called Florian Meyer, which I thought was very very funny. So I don't know if I've got a boxer playing for me here, but yeah, that's I found that to be very funny indeed. Anyway, here's Castillo. Oh, look at that, lovely. Or no, not the finish I was after, but it's a good save though. But we are working hard. That just hits Goller, who I've been told by a few people to make sure he does start a lot of games this season because that's the best way. Let's be honest here. There is only one way to to get young players, well, to make them better, is to give them first team experience, play them in the first team. Simple as that. That's what I'm doing with Jackson here, and that's what I did with and that's what I'm doing with Goller, and have done for a number of years. So just put them in the first team. Simple as that. Make sure they start. You don't have to throw them in straight away like I did with Jackson. That was probably a bit overkill. You don't have to throw them in when they're 16. But if they're really impressing, and you have the opportunity to throw them in, against in a slightly, well, not say slightly, in a much smaller game. I'm probably going to, if we get a good FA Cup game like against a real minnow, probably going to throw maybe a few more youth players in, such as the guy I've highlighted previously, Aidan Taylor, who seems to score quite a lot for the reserves and the under 18s. So I'll he's barged them in the back. There you go. There is his name for all to see, Florian Meyer. I think that there is a guy called Florian, but it's spelt differently. It's not spelt that way. It's spelt instead of the I, there's a Y. So it's not much difference, let's be honest. But yeah, it's still called Florian Meyer, which I think is very, very funny. Anyway, Castillo is away again because there's two. Yes, it is. Very cool finish by Juan and Nicolas Castillo, who really is now fast becoming a favourite. You'll have to think for Jerry Moore's replacements, who was just so clinical for ages. Obviously, I know we've already got Luis Suarez playing, but like Castillo to be the new Suarez, and Jerry Moore the new Fernando Torres, if you will. I don't understand his unhappiness. So calmly, actually, don't want to. Injured, but he feels he can shake it. Yeah, he's 83%. He's fine. I'll just say to him also, I'm very happy with your performance, and it's comfortable 2-0 so far. But as we've all seen too many times, things can change. I probably should. I don't like to do the don't get complacent one too often because they do get quite angry at times, and I think you do too many of that. They usually do come out and say he's got the wrong approach, which is a bit annoying really. Because let's be honest here, that's not going to happen. I'm just saying, just watch yourselves, because that is not natural. Especially the amount of times I've been pegged back with this Liverpool team. And now Novello's hurt himself. Oh, his game is over. Marvellous. Where is he? He's my left back this time. God, chopping and changing him. Kidad. Oh, we can play it right back, of course. Excellent. Okay. Oh, he is my right back. God. I thought he was my left back then. I panicked. I was like, whoa, hang on, because of course we've got Langeveld and Shimpy, who have been my left backs now for quite some time, and they're still really young. Shimpy, especially, he's only 26 himself. Really was unsure if he was going to make it, Shimpy, but no, he's turned into a world-class left back. He did really well in the World Cup. That's just gone this summer. It's Castillo, hat-trick for Juan Nicolas Castillo again. I think that's his second hat-trick of the season. He got his last hat-trick, of course, on his first game of the season. And it's his 3 goals once again that have given us the win here. I'd have to think it's going to be the win. It's up against Jamie Hay. 2 generations of Liverpool players there. But now I think that is game, set and match. So I think I'm probably going to take Trevor Sadler off. Just because I like to wrap him up in cotton wool. And we will bring on Ryan Bergen, who can't play there. Fuck it, I'll just play him there. Doesn't make much difference. He's a winger either way. I don't know. I just like to do things like that. I've got a who have I got there? That's Antunes, who is now injured. Unfortunately, Paulo Antunes, the youngster I brought in from Arsenal, he is now injured for 4 months. I put him on a individual training for to be a left midfielder, because obviously he's a right midfielder currently, and I've only got Sadler and Novello, who are my left wingers, and I need another one. So I'm just gonna, instead of buying one, I'm gonna transition Antunes, who is only 21, so there's a lot of time for him to improve, obviously, to a left midfielder. Unfortunately, now he is injured for 3 to 4 months, which is typical. So, actually, no, I'm not going to take anyone else off because we only have one sub left. Probably take Castillo off in a short while, then in about 10 minutes. See if we can get any more goals. Because I haven't had a top goal scorer, I haven't had a top league goal scorer for a while, not since Noah Goetz. I believe that he's had a real cultural impact. Oh, brilliant goal by Bergen there. Bent that one in superbly. He's had a real cultural impact, Goetz. I've had a few people message saying I've made my virtual pro called him Noah Goetz, which is fantastic. I'm surprised Fredinho hasn't clocked onto that yet. He needs a cultural status as well. I think he's a legend as well. I think he's an icon. I beg your pardon. Look at that, brilliant finish by Ryan Bergen. I thought, have I not justified £30 million, £35 million spent on Bergen? But no, he's done his. I think he's worth 30 million, roughly. There's Castillo again. For Jackson. Oh, he's got his goal as well. He's 17 years old and he's getting the goals. Tell you, got to have the new Michael Owen here, which means he's going to fuck off in about 10 years and go to Manchester United. Lovely play by Castillo and a half-injured Joe Jackson as well. That's a first time. 5-0. So yeah, it's been pretty comfortable, unlike the Sunderland game, which was absolutely horrible. This one much better showing. I don't know why we suddenly turned up here, but we didn't turn up in the Sunderland game. Pretty similar. I suppose Sunderland are a little bit better on this now, but Birmingham for ages. Birmingham used to cause me all sorts of problems. They had Nani and I don't know how they got Nani but they had him and who was it? I'm gonna take actually I can't remember who it was, but he was Nathan Redmond as well. He was a nightmare. Take Castillo off for Suarez, and that's 6. Who's got the goal? It's Ryan Bergen again. Wonder if he could be on for a hat trick. Oh wow, 6 goals here now. Was not expecting this. Has he bent it in again? Nope. He's just put it under the goalkeeper. Easy as you like, and Birmingham have absolutely been demolished here. So that's 2 hat tricks actually now. We've had Novello in the last game and Castillo in this game. They haven't even had a shot on target. That's amazing. Wish we could still. Oh, what? I'll forget it. Doesn't matter. Change to a more attacking style of play. 6-0. Game over. That was a bit pointless. Anyway, a good win. And that sets us up nicely for the Man City game. You want to have morale to be superb from everyone except Suarez, who is very good. Let's be honest here, that's still fine. Everyone's had an excellent game. That's what you want to see from your 19-year-old centre-back having an excellent game. All the defenders fine. Sadler deserved the goal. Then again, I did take him off with half an hour to go. Don't please tell me I'm not the only person who wraps his captain up in cotton wool. Because you have to in a way. Let's see, Jackson will be off 2 weeks. That's fine. Novello 2-3 days. That's fine. Shimpy 2-3 days. That's fine. Castillo. Let's see. How many goals? Well, he got 15 goals last season. Unbeaten record. What's that now? 4 games. Let's have a look at the stat. Let's have a look at the league then. Actually, I haven't shown you that for a bit. Obviously, we keep playing for some reason at early times. Newcastle are happily. That's good for them. They are second at the moment. Look at it downstairs. We've got Everton, Bolton, Blackpool, and Leicester. Norwich are actually doing quite well. They're usually quite poor on this Norwich. They've never really mounted to anything. Of course, for those who've been watching for a while, you may remember I posted links on Twitter and of course showed you in I think it was season 14. Norwich, they played 38 and lost all 38 games. They did not get a single point, but they're actually doing a lot better. They've already won 4. Arsenal 7th at the moment, which is a bit odd. City, Chelsea, United, Tottenham, Newcastle are actually breaking through this top 6. I wonder if we're going to see the first team to penetrate that in 20 seasons. But we've seen it before. We've had likes of Southampton and Huddersfield, and I think Sunderland for a short while also tried to break on through, but they just couldn't. At the end, they just the top 6 was just too big. Looking at the stats as well. So far, Castillo has 6 goals, so he's scored 2 hat-tricks. Full Knight on 9. Billy Young, these are probably the better players at the moment. David Ritz, I knew I should have signed the bastard. Trevor Sadler has already got 9 assists. A few people asking to see the different players and stuff. I'll just show you really quickly by value. I know this isn't much, but at least just to give you an idea of where we are. So this is value. 2 players I've got now. They both go on how much I paid for them and how they have improved. So obviously we've got 2 Liverpool players here at the top, both Spanish, nicely. Guyan and Castillo. Danny Van Eck for Barcelona. Jesus Aurelio Sainz at Barcelona. A guy called Everton, who you may remember, scored many times against me, ironically. Florian Mayer, the only reason he's there is because I paid £40 million for him. I don't think he's that great. Phil Knight, who is astonishingly good. Robert Benjamin's a decent player at Man United. Jason Forbes again, who I paid a lot of money for. Idris Matei, quite good. Fuska, who I've come close to buying several times. David Alcalde, who I had for a short while, was very good. He's actually turned into a very good player, typically. Chris Harvey turned into a very good player. Yeah, I'm sure you get the idea now. Compiani, who is like the, I suppose, Benzema, Ronaldo of this. He's been at Real Madrid for that 24 million. He's been there for over 10 years now. He's an absolute beast, this Compiani guy. Let's have a look at Real Madrid. Shall we have a look at them as well? I want to know their team currently. Obviously, there's a few simulated players, but of course, Raponi here, who is he's a beast. He's got Van der Post. Wonder if he hits that a lot. If he hits the post a lot, I wonder. Joaquim, or I never actually know how you spell that. Say that name. Always have trouble. Same one as the German coach, I think. Same name. Or similar surname anyway. I love this name, Carlos Katz. That's a brilliant name. And yeah, so that's just that real quick. As I say, I haven't got La Liga active, so no point looking at the Man City Stadium, an indoor stadium, so the roof will be closed, which is interesting. So if that's true to form then in real life by 2030, Man City, it's by the way, that's not the Etihad, that's a whole new stadium, can I just point out. So at that point, we should actually have, by 2030, the first indoor stadium in England, football stadium. Of course, I don't think Wembley has a roof, does it? I think there were plans to give it a roof initially. Well, I've got Millennium Stadium, and obviously that doesn't count. I don't think Wembley has a roof, so Man City Stadium could actually, the best name in the world I know, but that could be the best, or the first rather, indoor soccer stadium. I just said soccer, football, dear me. That's America, that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, lads. See you for the Man City game. Should be a good one, that. See you then. Bye-bye.